Okay, are you getting sound now? Got sound now? Can you hear me now? Good. Okay. For some reason, my OBS took the mic off. I don't know why, but it took it off. I had to look at it, and it was saying device not connected. It was plugged in and everything, but yeah, for whatever reason. Okay, anyhow, all right, let's go back to where I was here. Whoops, not there, not there. I'm going to start being like Heath here. Um, there we go. Okay, my daughter, first of all, how about this shirt, guys? How about that shirt? We got that one, and then now you could come here, little dude. Opa! There you go. Oh, shucks. So she's been making shirts. We got another shirt to show you later, but my little guy's wearing his all shucks shirt. So how's that? This is Kyan, everybody. Khan, if I don't mispronounce it. Hi there. Yeah, you ran trains on Rick Bailey's show at one point. Hi there. Look right here. Kyan. Oh, look, so many things to look at, so many toys, so many trains to run. Oh, shucks. Do you see the baby? There you are. Oh, nope, you looked away. Where'd my mom go? Where's my mom? So my daughter has been making shirts for us. And so, yeah, this is a surprise. I didn't know she made this. She just showed this to me today. And so Kyan has got his Aw Shucks shirt. And I've got my It's All a Bunch of Horse Poop shirt, even wearing the... Yeah, this is my new grandson. He's not that new anymore. He's 5 months, but in relative terms, he's still new. This is Kyan, Khian. Khian. I didn't capitalize it, but what the hell. So this is my grandson, Kyan. 5 months old next week, officially. Almost 5 months old. He's getting big. The last time some of you saw him, he was a tiny little guy when we crashed Rick Bailey's contest that he was doing on the Sidetrack Sunday bit a few months ago. But there you go. Hey, what's up, man? What's up? He easily too much to see and do, taking it all in. Is that, or Liz, because Liz was working till 3. So anyhow, while I've got my little grandson here, let me see who's all here and get through all this. So hello, Paul. Great to see you, Paul. Nice to have you here. I'm wearing a cowboy hat, so Ewan. Carl is here. Nice to have you guys here, Ewan and Carl. Ray is here. Hey, Ray, congratulations on the nice run you guys had. I'm sorry you didn't win, but you had a nice run to go from 6th to the championship. Good job. Awesome job, everybody. Paul, I think I already said hi to. It's hard to keep track now. Tom Couples, welcome in. Got your email. And Joseph, it's good to see you here. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. Tim JD, one of the standbys. You are a statue, a rock on my live feeds. I appreciate it. And then all the no sound, no sound, no sound stuff. We've got that sorted now. Who else am I missing? Colin, another one of the statues, one of the foundations. The guys that if he's not here just doesn't feel right. That's true of almost all of you. Tyler, the Lackawanna Rail fan is here. Nice to have you here, sir. Whoops. I hit the button wrong there. Doesn't affect you guys, just what I was looking at. Toby from Roof Railways, thank you for coming in, young sir. Let me see. Andrew from March West Junction, thank you. And let me see. Did I miss? I don't like missing people. I do not like missing people. And Jean Ricard, nice to have you here. Jean Ricard, Hello? And so, yep, the family has been kind of getting ready for this. My daughter was making the shirts. I love this t-shirt. I think it's awesome. Let me guys know. I might put it up on Teesprings if anybody else wanted one. I think it's just awesome. She just printed this up on a onesie for my son, but I'm sure we could turn that into a t-shirt real easy. I've been learning a bit. I'll share this with some of you. Those of you who've gone to Teesprings, I did not know, but you put a font. Most fonts you have to pay for. I did not know that. You have to license them. So if a company finds out you use their font, even the ones you get from Microsoft or whatever, my daughter, this is what she does for a living. She makes signs and vinyl things. So when she is doing business for people, when she's making signs for businesses, she has to pay to license the font. So we were going through that. There are free fonts out there, but some of the fonts we were talking about putting on the shirts, she was like, we have to pay. We have to license it. Now, technically, you can get away with it because you're small potatoes. But like Teesprings, they put it on you. It's in their little thing that when you set up a Teesprings account, they tell you it's on you. All licensing issues are assumed covered by the seller. So, yeah, I was just learning this week. And so amazing stuff. And so, yeah, we got Aw Shucks. And then we got one more t-shirt to share with you. So, Joyce, come on in. I mean, I can put up your...
Oh, it's cute.
Oh, yeah, the Aw Shucks.
Yeah.
Joyce is here already. All right. And I don't know if you could see it. My daughter made It's Lil Damn It t-shirt.
Yeah, it's Lil Damn It.
It's Lil Damn It. Whoops, right. Other way.
Okay. And on the back, I probably need to go a little
Yeah. On the back, it says Nancy McGill and the Nancy Boys Western Territories 1891 tour.
Woo.
So.
Yeah, so we know she only did one place. Or I should say, I only did one place.
Part of the Rusty Twanger World Tour.
Yeah.
Hey, Heath, how are you? So we have got all kinds of shirts to celebrate this last episode.
Right, we sure do.
So, grandson Kyan. Mwah. Hey, you. Hey. Hi there.
Smile.
Hey. Oh, he smiled earlier.
Did he go?
Hey, you. Hi. Hi. Woo, 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 woo.
It's Little Damn.
Show the damn cartoon already, Grandpa.
And hi, everybody.
Oh, here, let me put your camera
general.
on. Let's go ahead and do that.
Put the
Where's
book on,
A and J? Where's the A and J? So,
yeah, you don't have it turned. Yeah.
all right, so let's delicately turn it, make sure it doesn't.
You want to stool or share something? Sit down?
Here, Joyce, you might want to turn it. I'm doing this
true.
one-handed.
You do have one hand.
So get it on you, get it on you. You got to, oh, that's on the kid. Over more. Wow. You want to hold the kid and I'll do it?
I'd be happy to hold the baby.
Of course you would.
Come here, Kai.
Okay.
Do. Oh my goodness.
Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. Oh my goodness. Come on.
So, shucks.
Oh, shucks.
Shorts are too short.
Well, too tight, really. But
there we go.
He sits down there, little Daisy Dukes.
All right, we're dealing with a couple of surprises, so sorry about that, guys. Now I'm way down here. I don't know what I can do to fix that one up.
Lift it up. See, I never know which way to turn. I'm sideways on his and straight this way. I look at his thing and I'm sideways. That's not my best view.
I'm wearing the appropriate cowboy hat for today. So anyhow, how is everybody doing? This was a surprise. I was not expecting my daughter to bring.
Yeah.
So.
We love his shirt. Let's put it up here. Okay. So
oh yeah, but now you get your hands. The shucks. And then again, if you didn't see this one.
Oh yeah, this is the kid. You're more like smoking.
So my daughter designed all these, and this is what she does for a living. Yeah. So, wish you were your grandson's age and know what I know now. That would be weird. And then you saw Joyce will show her shirt again because that was awesome. My daughter surprised me with that. Yeah. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday she brought that one in, and that was just cool. Oh, yeah. I haven't talked to you yet. I was going to see again, and I'll pay you for it. I've got an idea, but we can work it together. Rusty Twanger World Tour.
I'm gonna bring my laptop on Sunday.
Rusty Twanger World Tour. We're gonna do a Rusty Twanger World Tour.
Oh, yeah, I say
Because I'm in my great grandson of Rusty Twanger shirt.
a hat. Yeah.
All right, so who else is here that I have missed?
Oh, we love you so much.
Hello, Lil Nancy Joyce. So you're getting all the hellos.
I am.
If anybody is here that I did not say hi to yet, hi. Roy is here. Hi, Roy. We do have 5 entries for our contest.
Oh, it's just fine.
Yeah, it was just 5. Sorry.
Okay.
I thought I had 6, but it was 5.
Yep, all right.
And I think we do have a winner, but I'll deal with that after the episode.
Wondered what was
I'll
going
deal with
first.
that after the episode. Yes, you did. Now, I looked at 3 o'clock to see. I looked at 3 o'clock.
Lizzie was on.
So you got your, Roy, you got your episode in early this morning. So that was good. I saw it at lunchtime. I was already at work, so I saw it at lunchtime.
Put it down a little bit.
So yeah, it's a big deal. I'm excited. I put up, guys, you gotta understand that video I posted the other day was insomnia. I was up, I couldn't sleep. It was late at night or early in the morning, however you want to. And I just was rambling about stuff, and I thought I would ramble online. So you can just ignore that video if you want, where I was talking about, because I did want to put up a video where I talked about the process, but that video didn't become what I wanted it to be. I wound up not getting sidetracked, but going more
Do
into
you
the.
have Roy's?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
This is it, you got
The 5 entrants I have are right here, printed up with your answers. I won't show emails, but I've got answers somewhere in here. There we go. But I have Roy. I have Tom Couples. And I have Colin Wykes. I have yours. And then I have from Germany, Siegfried Leupold. And Siegfried is somebody who doesn't really come into the live streams. So most of you, he's been in a couple of times, but he's been a member of it. Siegfried, I won't say cheated because there is no cheating, but he went back and watched every single episode.
Oh.
At least that's what he said in his email.
That's what we want him to do.
And that's what we wanted people to do. And I have Ed Sutherland, so I'm waiting for
now
Ed
people
Sutherland
say
to
the
show
only
up.
thing for your
Has
friend.
Ed come in yet? Ed Sutherland, but I've got his. Those are the only 5 entries I got. I was hoping for more, but obviously a lot of people teased us because we did get emails from people saying, whoa, that we weren't expecting an exam. But we decided to make it fun. No, our goal was not to make you go back. I mean, if you could answer 5 of the questions, we figured you might have a chance. But yes, I think looking at the entries, one person got them all right.
Happy to work his way
One
through
person
this
got them
one.
all right. But we'll do the winner and all the answers after the episode. But I started off, my microphone had exited. OBS had shifted my microphone, and so I had to shift it back in, but we're good now. My daughter has surprised me coming over with my son's little bit, and my grandson, not my son, my grandson's little bit. And Joyce, the mic was over here, so you can say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Kyan, you want to say hi to everybody?
Say goo.
You're off the camera.
Say goo.
Yeah, you'd have to get up.
Goo, 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 goo. Yeah,
All
you
right.
have to turn that
So anyhow, yeah, that is my daughter back there behind Joyce. I think she's trying to stay off camera. My kids are very camera shy. They don't necessarily want to be on camera, but yes, my daughter is back there. I mean, I could mess with her right now.
Cut them all wrong.
I can also just move into. The
There you
camera.
go. That is my daughter. That is my daughter Lynn, or Lindy, as she tends to be known. She has an Etsy shop, although you haven't reopened it yet.
It's not open.
It's not open yet. She closed it
can't
down
do it.
for the baby. She closed it down.
Yeah.
But she also runs a sign business here in Toledo. And is it still the old name?
Isley signs.
Oh, it's Isley Signs now because, okay. So yeah, it used to be Sign Me Up, but now it's Isley Signs. Oh, you do have something to say.
Radio's trying. Yeah.
Kyan, everybody else is talking, so you wanted to get in on there? I'd have to move the camera down. But that is my daughter, my oldest daughter. My other daughter,
Will not get
was
on
she home?
camera.
Won't come on camera.
Yeah, she's
Did she
not
come home from
home
work yet? She's not home yet, and she will go straight to bed. So,
Probably.
and then my son is probably sleeping right now because he works
Andy gave you
6
a
p.m.
good
shift. He works 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So right now he'd be sleeping or just getting up.
They're spelling it right.
All right, so I know I run trains, but I said at 3:45 I'd get straight into it. It's 3:46. So there's
yes.
Siegfried right there. Oh, you live in California now. My apologies. Siegfried lives in California. Andy is here today. Let's get united again.
He's great.
And
So
I now declare you a knight of the rhomboid table. Andy is here.
So we pick some more.
Has Ed Sutherland showed up? I hope Ed is okay. I hope there's a few people okay. We're up to about 25 watching. All right. So, a couple of things before I start the episode. I just want things to kind of be clear. I have to add a picture here. I hope everything's still working. Media source.
Andy didn't mention Ian, but
Oh wait, no, not media source, not media source. I
I'm
want
used to people who read it in my email and still spell it wrong.
and image. That's what I want to add. Image. Okay. And what I want to do is add a couple of pictures here. Don't worry about the screen. I'll be with it in just a couple of seconds. Okay, there's a couple of pictures I wanted to add here. So bear with me as I try to find it.
with all the other pictures.
Why isn't it here?
Up, you know.
I just added it in here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, first of all, for those of you who don't understand how the train was set up before it got blown up last week, there was the Black Mamba locomotive, a cattle car, 2 second-class cars, a latrine car, 2 first-class cars, and then the baggage and security car. Okay?
My train, my rules.
My train, my rules. My train, my rules.
Right. We thought that was a good line for.
And then, here's what episode 17, the last episode, left us. So in episode 17, the Nancy boys had separated the security car and left it about 2 miles outside the miners' camp. The Black Mamba, the cattle car, and 1 second-class car, the forward second-class car, were up Nelly's Pass and all got blown up, including the cows, at the end of last week's show. So the Black Mamba, the cattle car, and the forward second-class were destroyed. Cog, the bouncer, and Matt Clark's assistant, Cog had detached all the other cars. Shh, hey, I'm live here. The second class, the second class car, the latrine car, and the 2 first class cars are down at the bottom of Nelly's Pass. And that's where we were left off, with the Black Mamba cattle car and forward car being blown up, sir.
More this one on camera?
So now I'm shrunk. Trying to sort these cameras out. Come on, work for me. So when we left off, the Black Mamba was blown up and it looked like our heroes were dead. And now you kind of know where the cars are placed. So the Black Mamba, the cattle car, and the forward second-class car were destroyed. The second-class car, the latrine car, and the 2 first-class passenger cars are at the bottom of Nelly's Pass. And then the security baggage car had been disconnected in scene 16, or even at the end of scene 15, and that was way back towards the miners' camp. So anyhow, without any further ado, you know the situation, at least I hope. You've been watching, at least I hope. So let us get on to the 20-minute long epic finale of Matt Clark, Railroad Detective. This is Matt Clark Endgame. If I can get to it. There it is. Matt Clark Endgame. That's the problem. You can't hear it.
No, you can't hear it.
I'd get it as a
You can see
delay.
it, but you can't hear it. Oh, the comments are funny. I'm calling PETA about the cows. Beef prices are high.
He loves chewing on mom more than anyone else.
I must taste good.
I assume so. He found out he doesn't like salsa last night. I was eating and I wouldn't let him have the quesadilla. quesadilla, so he just grabbed my hand and shoved it in his mouth. The salsa's dripping out.
This is going to be the longest 20 minutes of my life.
It could be
Waiting for the...
audio? No sound. Oh, you killed the sound.
Whoops. Sorry, folks. I turned on the wrong camera. Sorry. You were hearing us talking, not the audio. Oops.
I can still hear you. We hear you whispering.
We'll start over. Sorry about that. You're hearing us talking.
Whoa! That was the biggest explosion I've ever seen or heard, Bobby.
Oi, feed me to the lions. That was impressive. So, big tough man with the big tough plan. What next?
We wait for Annie. She should be along here in a bit. Then we ride the wagon to the security car and get the safe and all the minor stuff. We'll be rich beyond belief.
Bobby Sugar, the lawmen aren't gonna forget this one. They'll be after you forever.
With the money from this haul, we can go anywhere in the world. I hear Argentina is a good place for folks like me.
I know how to disappear. Just give me my cut and I'm gone.
We need to get there before we talk cuts. So, let's head up the tracks now. I just wish I could have seen that look on Matt Clark's face one last time.
I almost feel bad for that sunbish. He had some likable qualities.
Now you hush, little beaver. He got what he deserved. They all got what they deserved.
There's no way for any sumbitch to die. And we aren't about to, Mel. I ain't beat yet. Smokey, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I've been hiding under that pile of junk for 3 hours, Matt. It stinks. The cows stink. This whole plan stinks. It was hard and bumpy. That was a long time, Matt.
Well, Smokey, time is something we don't have a lot of right now. I need you to bring your knife and start cutting us loose.
Smokey, what on earth are you doing here? Matt asked me to be on board the Black Mamba just in case something went wrong with his plan.
Matt, well, I appreciate your valor. You brought a young child into a dangerous situation. We do have laws.
That was a bold move. And a bit crazy, Matt, no doubt. But it seemed to work. All right, Smokey, get us untied. Just wait a second. I've had to listen to all your crap and seen all you do. Weird stuff, icky stuff. And every time I ask questions, you all give me a bunch of horse poop and tell me, no, Smokey, go away, Smokey, do this, Smokey, do that, Smokey. Well, now you idiots are stuck, and I want some answers.
Smokey, I promise you we will answer all your questions, but you won't be alive in 5 minutes to get your answers if you don't cut us loose.
I want answers now!
Smokey, I will tell you anything, but get us free first.
What would you know? One night at the Itchy Crotch means nothing, you old man. Now, Smokey, we need to... Diesel Dan, if you say we need to have a talk later, I will let you blow up.
Now you'll blow up with us, Smokey.
No, I can jump off the train first.
Matt, I believe the little lad is blackmailing us. All right, Smokey, you win. Whatever you want, as soon as we get off the train. But free us first or we're all dead.
Aw, shucks. Fine. There. You can start freeing yourselves now.
All right, everyone. Grab our guns from the car back there. Now out this way, quick. With me, Smokey.
It's all a bunch of horse poop! All right, whoever's in there, open up! Open the doors, you deer droppings! Come on, I know it's you, Nancy boys. Open up!
Maybe they can't hear us, Bobby.
Something doesn't feel right, Bobby.
Well, then shoot the door locks!
Bobby, we're getting nowhere with that. The locks are too strong.
Bill, give me a piece of dynamite.
What for, Bobby?
To blow the damn doors, you half-brained gopher goo!
Hey, mate, you think that might be a little much? We can't steal it if it's in a million pieces.
Shut up! Now head over there while I light this thing. All right, go check it out, Bill.
Okay, boss.
I can hardly wait. Money to buy diamonds, nice dresses, all I want.
Hey, Bobby, there's nothing in there.
What's that, mate?
What?
Get out of my way, Bill. There has to be. Oh, no.
Oh, son of a... Matt Clark, damn
I must say, this has been a waste of time, seemingly. Now what?
Shut up! Clark must have hidden the goods on the train somewhere else. We need to go back up Nellie's Pass.
Wait a minute, Bobby. Walter said something about all kinds of boxes and such stored in the latrine car. He hid the sheriff in there after he took him down.
So we have to head back up to where they separated the cars. This is just wonderful.
Well, you can stay here and ride if you want, Buttercup.
No, there's money over there, but not for long, and soon my worries will be gone.
Well, get in the wagon and let's go.
So there, Smokey. That's why they call me Diesel Dan. Are you happy now?
There, boy. Now we've all answered every question you've had for the last hour while we've walked. Any more?
No, Mayor. I think I want to go home to my mommy and daddy now. Now shush. It will all be okay, Smokey. It will all make sense when you are much older.
We need to keep moving. We have to get up there to those passenger cars up ahead.
Matt, by the time we get there, Bobby and his gang will have emptied the security car and be 3 sheets to the wind. Oh, I am so upset by all this. Sheriff, could you at least warn us? Or walk downwind? Whew! Sorry. I hate to admit it, but it does seem that little rascal has beaten us. Unless he learns of your survival and his thirst for revenge gets the better of him.
I told you before when the Mamba exploded up Nellie's Pass, we are not beaten. Now, Matt, you obviously know something we don't. Would you all care to share it with us? And anyone else still trying to follow this convoluted plot of this story? Yes, I guess you can all know now. I had to keep each of you somewhat in the dark, just in case. Each of you knew your part, but not what others were doing. So, to make a long story short.
Too late for that.
Hush!
Okay,
Okay.
hush.
The gold, the ore, and the other valuables were not in the security card.
They weren't. Where were they?
Well, where are they then?
Matt, you mean I was the one guarding?
Indeed, Sheriff. They were in the latrine car all along.
Oh, Matt, y'all may want to step far away for a moment.
Oh, I knew they would not think that I would trust the sheriff to guard the load. And I knew Bobby would try to kill us and break free with the security car before we went up Nellie's Pass. My big mistake was I did not fully understand Bobby's intention to blow up the whole train.
So, when Bobby finds that the security baggage car is empty, he will most certainly be coming back here.
And in a bad mood. And all those passengers. They are in danger, Matt. Now, Mel, I want to be the greatest railroad detective of all and the star of this show if I didn't think of that. The Nancy boys have a wagon and came to get Cog and Madame's lot ladies to safety. You were supposed to be with them, Madame.
Very considerate of you, Detective. I am quite impressed. You are a great Dick, and I would know. No more of that innuendo, please.
Now that's enough, Smokey. Anyhow, I got some trusty miners to grab a few of their carts and wagons and follow the train and get those folks out of there. We just need to be at those cars before Bobby. So, there's going to be more fighting? The biggest one yet, Your Honor. Sheriff, if you are, well, you, take Madame Lot, the mayor, and Smokey and get behind those rock formations over yonder. Wise idea, Matt. Besides, I got no gun.
Mr. Clark, while I appreciate the outdated and sexist gesture, I am quite capable of handling myself, and I should also like to deal with this Bobby once and for all.
I'm not one to argue with a woman.
Well, if Donna's not going to run, I guess I should stand by her side and make sure no harm comes to her on this side. Well, Sheriff, oh my, a rather noble gesture, I must say.
Why, Matt, I do believe this is an imposter sheriff. Who are you and what did you do with the real Sheriff Dannon? Mel, you don't have a weapon. Take Smokey and get over cover in those rocks back there, as I said, when we get to the cars.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been 2 years since my last confession, and boy, do I have a lot to confess.
There's the cars up ahead, Bobby.
I can see them, you piece of prairie pudding! You, Willie and Dan D, fan out and check ahead. Annie, get your rifle and keep them covered.
Well, all the passengers, Bobby. If they walked back down the rails, we would have passed them.
Now that's a good question, Annie. Hey, you morons! Any sign of the passengers?
No, mate. No sign of anyone. But let's be careful, eh? I don't want this to be the day I met God. Nothing over here my way either. What about you, Willie? Don't see or hear anything. Now look, I'm not a gunfighter. What are we expecting?
I'm not expecting anything, Willie, but I don't like surprises. Is anyone up there?
No, boss. She's behind you.
No, you moron! Are there people? And I mean besides you, Dan, and Willie, on the train?
No, mate, the coast is clear. Let's get to the goods and start unloading.
Okay, pull the wagon up there, Annie.
Hold it right there, Bobby. And all of you.
It's you, Matt Clark! How the hell are you still alive?
Well, this show is not called Bobby the Kid Railroad Robber, now is it?
Well, shoot 'em, damn it! Annie, Daisy, get on the train with the rest!
Sheriff, Donna, get back behind those rocks right here.
Buck, hand me your other pistol. You use a shotgun.
Donna, have you ever fired a gun? I'm hit.
Yes, I've had some practice.
Now shoot. Oh, but get down, Donna.
Oh my, Sheriff! Oh, at least they missed me.
Oh, but they didn't miss me, you darn fool woman.
Oh no, where are you hit?
Right in my posterior, Donna. Sheriff, are you all right?
You'll be fine, Mr. Clark. It's just a flesh wound. Silly man, jumping on me like that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Donna. I didn't mean to hurt you.
Well, I didn't say I didn't enjoy it. I won't even charge you for it.
Bobby, we've lost that Willie fellow.
Oh, well, he was useless for us at this point anyway.
We still outnumber them, though. And we're better shots.
Right, we're 5 guns west, but we have car trouble. As in, we're trapped in this car, mate. We got one way out, and that's right into their guns.
Bill, give me the bag with the last bit of dynamite we got.
What do you want the dynamite for, Bobby?
What do you think, you bison biscuit? I'm going to blow them up.
Oh. Yeah, here you go, boss. Watch out! It's dynamite!
Oh, dear. I'm afraid that was too close.
Diesel Dan, are you all right?
Well, my arm's bloodied, Matt, but I can still shoot.
Okay, you get back over there. I'll cover you. Look, over there, one of them's trying to run. Oh, I think 9 plan failed. My 15 minutes is up.
Bobby, Clark just took out that English fella.
I am going to kill him once and for all. Take this, detective.
It's getting closer. Dan, we're pinned, and the sheriff is a sitting duck.
Well, I doubt he's sitting with that one, and I'm out of ammo, man.
All right, go help them get to cover further back, Dan. Madame La, we're getting you guys out of there. Help me lay some cover fire for Diesel Dan.
All right, I'm almost out of ammunition here.
All right, Dan. 3, 2, 1, go!
Bobby, sugar, they are pulling back out of your throwing range with the dynamite.
Bill, you're gonna have to throw the next stick. I can't throw it that far.
Okay, Bobby. Keep me covered while I get over there.
Matt, look out! That big guy's throwing.
I'll see it. Oh, my hand.
Hey, you idiot! Throw it at them!
But he shot my hand, Bobby. I can shoot with the other hand, but I can't throw.
I'll throw it, Bobby, but you 3 need to keep me covered. Oh, Bobby, he shot me.
Are you hurt bad, Annie?
Have you heard of anyone hurt good? I'm not for Bobby, but at least I'll finally be with my brother and my pa.
Son of a Matt Clark! This cursed day, you will pay for this!
Bobby, listen.
What now, you idiot?
No, they're not shooting back. They must be out of ammo.
Daisy, keep us covered. Come on, Bill. Oh. All right, now you come, Daisy. The coast is clear.
I don't trust this Bobby.
Matt's right behind here. All right, Clark, come on out of there.
Come and get me, Bobby, if you're a big enough man to do it.
Oh, you rotten no good. I've got you now, you son of a... I will finally get my revenge. Daisy, go around on the other side. Bill, you stay here. I'm going to go in and finish him off. What the hell is that?
It's that crazy guy who cut the cars loose, Bobby. He's got some sort of big gun on his wagon. Get out of here! Oh, Gunter's still back some punch you do. You're gonna get it now, villains.
Let's get him, Cog. Yahoo! Get under cover, Bill! Over here!
Oh, Bobby, I've lost my gun.
Quick! Let's get to the horses, Bill! Let's get out of here! Back around behind the car! It'll keep us out of the aim of that damn gun!
Come on, Cog. They went around the car. On my way, Matt. But, Bobby, how are we gonna steal the stuff now?
Oh my God, we're not going to, you Puma Patty! Oh, we blew up the Mamba, but we need to get out of here now! Hurry up and get my horse, you moron! Now let's go!
You know, Bobby, I think I'm getting tired of you hitting me.
Oh, shut up, you doggy dung, and let's move! Ah! Oh!
That's 13. I guess folks will have to call me Four-Finger Bill now. Hey, Matt, got one. He is getting away. You're not going to catch him in that, Cog. We'll try to form a posse and get after him back at the miners' camp.
Matt, I got that Daisy here. She's the only one left alive.
Matt! I say, Matt! Are you okay? Is it over? Yes, it's over for now, and I am fine. How are you, Sheriff and Ms. Lott?
I took a bullet, Matt, but Donna says I'm gonna be fine. Oh, yes, I've already done what I could. Trust me, I've seen much worse done to a bottom, and I will take care of you until you are ready to go back to sheriffing. Well, I might be thinking of laying down my badge in the near future. I'm starting to get old, and I'm not the man for this job, in honesty. Maybe there is someone looking to put roots down in Big Gulch who would want the job.
Why, the town wouldn't be the same without you, Sheriff. I can't imagine it. Perhaps maybe you should just take some time off and think about it first. And as for this prisoner here...
I'm not afraid of the news. It was the risk I took when I joined up with Bobby. My desire for vengeance led me to do something beyond what I wanted.
Darling, I told you. I am a Sumbish, and I do not lie. We did not ambush your people. I'm truly sorry for what happened that day all those years ago and what it may have done to you. But I really did love you, darling. And now...
Well, Silas, to be fair, I did enjoy your company, despite what I said back in the car.
It's off to Amarillo with her now.
Hold on, Diesel Dan. Lock her up in the jail in Big Gulch.
Your Honor? Is that wise? Do you really think?
Now, I'm still mayor and judge. And since you are deputized, I order you to do what I tell you.
Matt? Matt? Oh, Matt! Are you okay?
Why, Lil Honey, what are you doing here?
I came with Cog.
Cog? Cog? Why did you let her come with you?
And you have tried to tell this woman no, yes? Point made, Cog. And yes, sweetheart, I am okay. I'm just sorry. I missed so many clues. Now the Black Mamba has been blown up on my watch, and you won't get that job in paradise.
There was no job. It was a fake message from Bobby to draw her out to get to you. Oh, and like a fool, I fell for it. Oh, well. Hear that, boys? We're back at the Filthy Glass in Big Gulch.
Oh, that's fine, Nancy.
It's a good place to work. I don't mind.
Well, I would call this a happy ending, yet we still have a long way to go. and evening will be here soon.
Miners, they be coming. After they saved the passengers, they were gonna come back for us all.
And what about you, Matt? What are you gonna do now?
Well, I think a long stay in Big Gulch may be in order. I need a rest. Besides, our position in the sheriff's office may be opening up. May be time to retire and settle down.
Oh, Matt, do you mean?
Yes. Yes, I do. What do you say, Lil?
Oh, Matt! Come on, Nancy.
Ew, get a room. That's gross. Now, Smokey? Ah, shucks.
Well, perhaps young Smokey has changed his ways after all.
It's all a bunch of horse poop.
All right, there it is. You survived 20 minutes. I don't know if I did. That may have been the longest 20
It
minutes.
was
in a long time.
long, yeah. Like, holy moly. Hope you guys liked it. Yeah.
Yeah, Colin, I hope you guys are hearing this. It's my mic says it's working.
Yeah.
Colin, your comment on the last episode, I was just like, oh crap, I had no surprises. You predicted,
Right, he pretty much did.
you pretty much predicted
Yeah.
the whole ending there. Now, I can run some trains here. We can start them up and get them going, but we do have a couple of things to do.
Yeah.
And I did not get him going. There we go.
All right. But wasn't it fitting that Bill's the one who took Bobby out?
And that's the thing. If there's one archetype I go against, you know, all the great dramas, one of the good guys has to die. And I'm not into that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, crap. Somebody changed lanes. Oops.
Oops.
Somebody I know left a,
Yeah. Coupling open?
yeah.
All right, not a coupling, a turnout.
All right, let's do this.
Train rescue.
Okay. Is he still on? Okay.
Oh, I think you gotta get him on track.
Oh, that's what I was wondering. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm just going to leave the trains off until I can mess with that a bit. Oops.
As he stands up.
Well.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were glad Bill escaped too. You know, as he writes, these characters sort of write themselves. Can't wait for the book or the movie.
Well, you kind of had the movie there.
Yeah, that was the movie. Oh, the book of the movie. I read that wrong. Yeah, he sure was. And yeah, he's Four Finger Bill now.
Oh, my God. I always do something stupid. I swear I caught all the
Yeah.
ones, but no, I left it open like a dumbass.
Hi, Lee. You missed the show.
That's what he was.
Wow.
Just set that there for now so I can reach that coupling. That's the one coupling that's not motorized yet, figures. Oh, that was absolutely...
Yeah, indeed, Matt.
Okay, I think everybody else is okay.
Happens when you move them around. Four Finger Bill was funny, but I hope he wasn't the only one who's funny.
What?
I said Four Finger Bill was funny. I said I hope he wasn't the only one who was funny.
Okay. Everybody else is good. Yeah, I left the coupling open and 2 trains bumped. Fortunately, they weren't at speed.
No, they weren't going very high. This is
That's
fine.
right. So yeah, that was I'm a romantic. The good guys all walk away. I mean, a couple of them were bloodied, but one of the big debates, Joyce can tell you, one of the big debates was who to kill.
Right.
Who dies.
Right. And we talked about some of the good guys, and it didn't feel right.
I couldn't kill any of the good guys. There was a debate about killing Diesel Dan. There was a debate about killing off Diesel Dan, and I couldn't do it. Even though his character was not developed as much as I wanted his character to be in the long run, I just couldn't kill him off. So yes, all the good guys walk away.
All right.
Hey, Leslie, how are you? Rick R., hello. Anybody else? David Cook just came in. Hi, David. So, yeah. When it came down to how to finish off the story, I really liked, and I felt in some ways it was appropriate for Four Finger Bill to do the dirty work. When I wrote that and read it to Joyce, she was in full agreement. She was like, "Yeah, that's the way to do it."
He's the one to do it. Yeah. A little punk, beating him up.
Bobby, I think I'm sick of you smacking me around. Now I can't even do his voice right now. That's how uptight I am.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'm getting kind of tired of you slapping me around, Bobby. Shut up, you're...
That's enough. Yeah.
That's enough of that.
Number 13.
So that was it. So anyhow, we got a contest. Let's talk about the contest. So I don't know. I mean, I would love to hear your guys' favorite parts from that scene and so forth. I mean, it was an eternity on this side of the camera.
Yeah.
All the other episodes, even last week's episode, felt kind of long, but not like this. This 20 minutes felt like forever. I knew it was a long episode to begin with, but knowing this was the end and wondering how people are going to react to the end, because I can't hear you, so I don't know what you laughed at. I don't know.
If he laughed. Yeah, he'll have the video out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's him saying he'll have the video.
Oh, never mind.
You know, I love the Madame Lot. Chef, give me your other pistol. You can use your shotgun. Donna, have you had any practice? Boom, dead center right in Willie Dewitt's face.
Right.
Yes, I've had some.
Good.
So hi, David Cook. I think I said hi, but just to
did.
be on the safe side. Leslie, I know I said hi to you, but hi, Leslie. So yeah, I mean, I obviously have some favorite scenes from just this episode. I loved Smokey getting all the answers, and then Smokey. There, Smokey! You know, the mayor. There, Smokey! Smokey, we have answered every one of your questions for the last hour as we've walked along. Any more questions? No. Mayor? I just want to go home to my mommy and daddy now. And the best jokes.
That's true, Andy.
Yeah, okay, there's Roy. He's the Smokey after the answers. Oh, I had so much fun writing that, and Joyce and I were just cracking up in hysterics. Because she didn't know I had written it that way until I
Yeah,
until I
showed it to
recorded
me.
it
Yeah.
and set it up. No. I think I want to go home now.
And you gotta wonder, is he gonna go back to his old ways, or did that shake him out of it?
It's all a bunch of horse poop. But that was maybe the biggest, not a joke, but irony of all, is the criminals were supposedly all the better shots, and
Yeah.
they didn't get anybody.
They didn't get anybody. Well, they got the sheriff's butt.
All the names: Bobby, Colin, Bill.
Yeah, he worked hard on those.
I had to keep reusing some, but I was trying a different animal. I wanted a different animal and a different name for feces in each one. You ferret feces! You deer dropping! And I wanted them to be alliterative. You bison biscuit!
Yeah.
Yeah, Joyce liked that one too.
Yeah.
Joyce didn't catch it the first time, and then when I showed her the whole video, she goes, "Oh wait, that's forefinger."
You labeled him forefinger. Yeah. Well, you didn't get shot.
He shot my hand, Bobby. Ah, shucks.
Gosh. So anyway, you gotta put these on Teesprings, and you guys are gonna buy them, right?
God, woman.
Oh, that's nothing new.
No. So it is on
Yeah,
par.
it seems to be working okay today.
All right. So anyhow, let's go to the contestaroonie.
Yeah.
Ed never came in, but we don't have a tiebreaker anyhow. I hope Ed's okay, or at least I didn't see Ed come in. I can do a test and see if he's here. Nope, he's not here.
Man, told you I had to be here for a tiebreaker.
Well. All right, well, I'm going to shut the trains off here for a second just so there's no background static. And let's go to the Nexie solo here. You can still see Joyce in the background. We did have 5 entries for the contest. We had 5 entries for the contest. Apparently, the question scared a lot of people off. I was hoping more of you would do it. Yeah, it was... yeah, we threw in a few tough ones. One person, so we had 5 entries. We already know the winner. But one person got all 15 questions right.
Yeah, no, I think we should get a bonus point for having had a man's full name.
Will the CB from Teesprings have more photos of Little Beaver? You know, I should show you some of the pictures that I didn't use for Little Beaver.
You could.
But it'd be almost become a porn site. Yeah, but anyhow, so let's go to the questions. I think this is on video of the day, but I don't want the video that's playing.
You look more like a princess.
Stop, pause, stop. I will tell you when to play. Okay, so anyhow, here were the 15 questions. Question number 1, who killed Jimmy Crack Corn? Question number 1, who killed Jimmy Crack Corn? And the answer was, as you're watching here, Dan D.
You look more like a princess. What the hell? You just shot Jimmy Cracked Corn.
I don't care. All right, question number 2. Which American state does Bernie Chirp suggest San Juan landed in after being blown up?
I don't care, yeah.
Whoops. So what state was it? I got to shrink. Oh, did it wrong. Darn it. I'm just doing things backwards. Maybe it'll be easier if I do it this way. So what state was it?
My brother Sam! What about my brother Sam? Where is he? Can you tell me where he is?
Well, based on the size of the explosion, I'd say he's in Kansas by now.
Based on the size of the explosion, he probably landed in Kansas. Question number 3. What family runs the restaurant in Big Gulch? My grandson's crying.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 4. What song was Lil McGill singing when we first meet her? Actually, that was not a typo. That was a mistake. Lil McGill was, we met her in the previous scene before she went on stage to sing. But still, what song was she singing? So here we go. Whoops, got to change.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Number 5, who was the cow? I really should have this over here.
Yeah, that's fine.
Who was the cowpoke crooner? The cowpoke crooner
And
was
now, ladies and gents,
Rusty Twanger.
making his first appearance here at the Filthy Glass, the cowpoke crooner himself.
Yeah,
Rusty
but he's
Twanger.
introducing Rusty Twanger. Number 6. What was the name of Sandy and Annie Wan's father? What was the name of Sam Wan and Annie Wan's father?
They weren't saying no one. They were saying Noel Wan because his name was Noel.
It was Noel Wan.
Yeah, I could just go through the slideshow, I think.
All right. Number 7. Who was the first character to call Lil McGill by her real name? That obviously was Smokey. So, I don't know. I guess we'll just go through the answers this way rather than reading the questions.
Yeah. 'Cause you know what they are.
All right, yeah.
Goodbye, Miss Lil.
Smokey's the
It's
first one to
Lil.
call her Lil.
Wait a minute. Smokey, did you just call me Lil?
Yeah, it's your name, isn't it?
Number
I
8.
told you.
Daisy
My
Cockett's
name
real name is
not
Little Beaver. All you have to do is look at all the
real
pictures of her.
Yeah, that was easy.
I
Well,
could never have guessed.
Sometimes if you're watching
Why
this
is
on
it
the
called
phone.
the Itchy Crotch?
Dan
It's
says
local
that the
pet
meaning of the
term,
itchy
ma'am.
crotch
It refers to a legend
was
of a giant
sight
tumbleweed
of the
which was
burning
struck by
bush.
lightning and set on fire. It burned for days.
An old Apache
I
term
believe
meaning
it
sight of the
translates
burning
to,
bush.
Sight of the burning bush.
Good night, Nancy.
Good night, Nancy.
Good night, Miss
Lil's name, couple of people I think misunderstood this, was everybody calls her Nancy. I thought that was the gimme question.
Mm-hmm.
My name is not Nancy. My name is
Well, wasn't that just wonderful? ladies
Joey
and
Bill
Let's
is
give it
the
up for
piano player and
Mr.
MC
Gates.
at the
No,
Filthy
damn
Glass
it,
Saloon.
I'm Don D, the highwayman.
Dan D is based on Adam Ant, real name Stuart Goddard. Somebody actually knew that. Who, in his Kings of the Wild Frontier garb, was called himself the Dandy Highwayman. Thus the song, I'm the Dandy Highwayman. Thus his name, Dan D.
Sorry, Mom.
Now, this was the trick question. So, everybody but one person got this question wrong. The person who won got this question right. This was a trick question. Smokey's parents aren't named. A lot of you went with Jean Genie, but Jean Genie is we don't know if it's a man or a woman, and Smokey had a problem with Jean Genie, which is why he's banned from staying in the correct rooms at the brothel because he goes wandering and gets into trouble. And we don't know what happened, but he had an issue with Jean Genie. But that was not his parents' name because he even asked his parents. And you still haven't explained who Jean Genie are. I still have questions about that.
Dad?
Smokey, you know your mother and
So
I
his
do
parents
not like
were
being
not
disturbed
named.
at work by your antics.
I know. And I've stayed out of here since that accident with Mr. Jean or Miss Jeannie or whatever. And I still have some questions about that, though.
No, Smokey, no more questions.
Oh, he had a
Uncle
lot
Beef.
of Adamant references. In
So number 14, Hunko Beef was a cattle rustler, specifically an Irish cattle rustler.
Hunko
And the
Beef.
cows were in on it. One of our
He's
personal
most
favorite
fiendish
lines.
of
The
criminals,
cows were in
Smokey.
on it.
Yeah.
An Irish cattle rustler.
But gosh, Matt, you're a railroad detective. Why are you after someone who steals cattle? Hunk of Beef doesn't steal cattle, Smokey.
No, Smokey, he actually rustles them. He stages fake wrestling matches on trains, and then he robs the passengers by fixing the matches. The cows are in on it.
And number 15, the character on the platform was Pikachu. Now, a couple of people wrote Pokemon, but the character's name is Pikachu. The show is Pokemon, the game is Pokemon, but the character is Pikachu. So where is next Go Solo? There we go. So, once again, our entrants were Ed Sutherland, Siegfried Leupold, who's in California, not in Europe. Sorry. I thought you were in Europe for some reason. Colin Wykes, or Wicks. I always forget which way it's pronounced. Roy Eltham, or Eltham. And Tom Couples.
Yes, you did.
Now, Tom, you had 14 out of 15. That was tremendous. That is an A.
For sure.
But it didn't win. Ed, you had 14 and a half out of 15. And the reason I give you a half is the one you got wrong. You gave a great background story, which I actually knew when I downloaded the pictures. So I gave you half a point. But obviously, we didn't get their names. Yes, they were mom and dad, but obviously those are terms of address, not names. But you gave us a background on where the picture's from, which I know because that's the site I stole it from. So 14 and a half. Again, an A+.
Very good.
Colin, you had an A-. You missed 2 of them. Sadly, Pokemon, you wrote Pokemon, and it was Pikachu from Pokemon, but also you went with the Genie. So you had 13 out of 15, which is still an A. We're teachers. We know how to grade. And Siegfried, you had 14 out of 15. And again, the trick question is the one that got you.
Yeah.
That was the one. We had a couple of people with 14 or 15. The Smokies' parents was the prevented a tie.
Right.
Because 2 people had 14, and that was the one they missed. The winner, 15 out of 15, is, congratulations, Roy Eltham. Nice job, Roy. Great job. So I've got your email because you emailed to me. You can let me know how you want this done. If there's a store you just want me to buy you something from, or if you just want me to mail you a gift card, and I can do a gift certificate. I can just give you a prepaid gift card. Preferably train related.
You ruined the curve, Ray.
Yeah, Ray, you ruined the curve. You run the curve. You got 100%, which kills the curve for everybody else.
If you didn't have it, we would have had to have a tiebreaker.
Yeah, if you hadn't gotten that one, we would have had to have a 3-way tiebreaker. We had questions ready. All right, let's go back to trains.
Good job. Okay, well, I came early, so
Yeah.
I think I'm going to scream over.
Okay, you're
So,
taking off already? All right.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm going to turn that
Already?
camera around.
Already?
Yeah, already.
It's
Already?
4:34.
Yeah, and I've got to end this early
Half
today.
an hour is all you get. So, bye, everybody. Choose. Thanks for watching, and hit that like button, please.
Hit that like button, please. Yeah, you got your grandson upstairs, so we know where you'd rather be. So anyhow, well, like I said, if you have a preferable shop and they do gift cards, I can do it that way. Otherwise, I can just mail you a prepaid credit card for, and we did up it up, so it'll be $30, not 25. So do I have your lights on? Yep, okay. And do you have your lights on, Real Jet? Yep, okay. Everybody's got the lights on. So, yeah, that's it. I really don't like wearing hats. But hid the baldness for a while. Fine, that's your name. Wow, Chris didn't come in today. Is he feeling bad? Well, I want to thank the 5 of you who joined in and others who commented and just said you couldn't do it because there's just no way you could have gotten them all. And obviously you had to get them all. So it's Joyce, damn it. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a wild ride. And if you watch my babbling video from the other night, like I said, that was an insomniac thing. That was midnight, 12:30, and I get up at 5 a.m. I wasn't sleeping. I had a lot on my mind, and I toyed with just doing a live stream and then thought, no, people would come in, and I would have to. All right, Roy, I will look into them and see how they do, like if they do gift certificates or gift cards, and I can buy one and leave it in your name. And so, yeah, I'll work that out. I will look to see what they offer and then let you know. So, of course, outside of running some trains, that beggars the question, what do I do now? And I actually have a couple of songs backlogged. I might start working on those. Well, I appreciate a couple of you really were very supportive with that. I watched it after I filmed it, and I go, wow, what am I doing? I mean, I know I kept pretty much on topic, but I wanted it to be a little more interesting and do more, and I just got babbling. It is a process. You know, I downplay the work a little bit. You know, I call it just a stupid cartoon, but obviously it was hitting me because it's in some ways it's emotional, at the risk of getting emotional on a stream, because that was my dream in life, was to be a published writer. And in a way I achieved that dream, but like a genie in the bottle that takes your wish, I got my wish. I got a book published. It just never sold. But this is the longest I have ever actually tried to maintain a plot. As a creative writer, I have tried to write novels because poetry doesn't sell, and even short stories. But my short stories are short, and I don't write many because it's not my genre. Poetry is. Word painting is my genre. And it just hit me as when I wrote the last 2 episodes. Joyce will tell you, I had a mental crash when I finished writing the finale here, which I did almost 3 weeks ago. I had a mental crash. I was up all Sunday night and sick on Monday and had to take a sick day from work. It was just really weird. I just had a mental crash. And then I had to make the episode. So I did that in over a week period where I just made both episodes. So they were both done and in the bank by last Friday. And it was just really weird because literally for 4.5 months I had been working on this, writing it, taking a week off here or there where I'd have writer's block, but I'm constantly, wait, how do I want to do this? What's going to happen with this character? And I've never spent that much time on anything, not even my thesis papers for my master's, not even my 12-page essays for my English classes, my reports. That I didn't spend that much time. This is the longest I've ever spent working or writing anything. So it was weird to do it. Well, Ed, that's just it, to make it fully copyrightable. How? The only way I can make it fully copyrightable, okay, the script is copyrighted to me. It's copyrighted in my publishing house name, because anything you create is automatically copyrighted. But most of the images I used for these characters were free domain images, although technically somebody owns the actual picture. But a lot of those old-timey pictures, they're old. They're beyond copyright rules. But the picture of Smokey, that guy is a 24-year-old living in Utah. The picture of Jim Davis, Matt Clark, is owned by his family. His image is owned by his family. Adam Ant is owned by his family. But unless you sit down and draw characters yourself, you're using potentially other people's images. So it's not easy to do it unless, like if I ever do Matt Clark again, do I pick a different picture for Matt Clark? Do I pick a different picture for Smokey? Because let's face it, if I decide to go with unless my daughter or somebody drew cartoon images for me, you could not replace Smokey with anybody else. You can't have a different picture and say that's Smokey. People who know the series are going to go, that's not Smokey. As silly as it is. And Joseph, again, how hard is the work? It's a lot of work. I don't know that I would say it's hard. I mean, the writer's block, when I get stumped and I know I'm here and I know I want to be here, but I don't know what to put in between. That's the hardest part. For me to write, it's not hard. And it's a pleasure. And it's like fishing. A bad day fishing beats a good day at work or something like that. It's a pleasure. It's a thing I have. But what it did was it opened the floodgates. It started with doing those songs. When I started doing all those songs, that kind of opened my creative writing gate, which had been closed for 10 years since my second book got rejected. I had stopped writing and doing any creative writing, and then I started doing it, messing around on Chris's morning show several months ago, well, almost a year ago now. I started writing the parody songs, and that opened a can of worms, and I just kept doing it. And I kept doing it even though obviously people in the live streams were getting bored with the songs. Same thing with Matt Clark. I planned it to be a few episodes, and it turned into an 18-episode magnum opus. It was, as I was explaining in the video, I created probably 2/3 of the characters that night after Randall Ellison and I were joking about it on my live stream back in January. I created most of the characters and the names of the places within 12 hours of my live stream ending. I stayed up that night and wrote a whole bunch of notes down because I couldn't get it out of my head, and then I worked on it the next day and then decided to make the cartoon. Yes, Siegfried? What? And so, yeah, it would be great. And if I ever did something else creative, I'll try to keep it within my field. But again, I can't draw. I could have done it with stick figures. Hi, Chris. Did we wake you up? Joyce has already been here and gone. And so it was a labor of love. I mean, I enjoyed doing it. I enjoy having. Who doesn't enjoy people saying, "What you just did was great. What you just did was awesome." And again, how good is it that I need to worry about copyright? How good is it? It's not like somebody's going to buy this and post it, and suddenly I'm going to get 100,000 viewers and become a YouTube star. If something I was going to do was going to go viral, it would have gone viral by now. Somebody would have picked it up, shared it with a friend, and it would have shared. It's the domino. One person shares it, they laugh, they share it with their friend, that person laughs, they share it. That's how something goes viral. No, Siegfried, that's just it. Everybody thought that, but no, that the picture of Smokey is not of me. I guess I did kind of look like that when I was a kid, but no, that picture isn't even that old. The picture's from 2007, and the kid was like 9 years old in that picture. So 14, so he's like 23 or 24, and he lives in Utah. His family's in Kansas, but he moved to Utah. I know the full story behind the guy because I traced the picture. Because I actually was going to contact the guy and ask for permission to use it on these t-shirts. I was going to use Smokey's image on these t-shirts. If you didn't see the t-shirt. It's all a bunch of horse poop. And so it as I traced where this kid was, I found out he's a born-again Christian. So I decided not to contact him, because if I contact him and say, hey, I've been using your image on my YouTube picture story, and he comes in and sees all the adult humor and sexual jokes as a born-again Christian, especially Smokey's mental breakdowns, he may say, get my image off of there right now. So I'd rather do the series, and you know, it's easier to ask forgiveness than to ask permission, right? So yeah, obviously I'd like to do it licensable. I just also have, maybe it's because my book failed. I mean, if I put the work into, you know, doing a cartoon series compared to the work I spent over years writing a, you know, even though my book of poetry that got published, you know, I didn't spend 4.5 months working on one poem. It was years of poetry that I had written, and then picking the best ones and putting them in some kind of an order that I was happy with, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It definitely was a, this was much more intense and involved. But if my book wasn't going to sell, why would I think a stupid cartoon, poorly animated cartoon, would sell? That doesn't mean I don't think it's funny. That doesn't mean I think it should go viral. I have an ego here, people. I have a strong ego. I thought this was freaking hilarious. And some of you did too. I'm proud of a lot of the stuff I put into. That's kind of what was coming out in that video I posted midweek. Is just in case people thought, you know, how can I explain this? Well, I'll give you an example most of you probably won't know or relate to. There is a comedy channel called Epic Rap Battles of History, and it's these two comedians, and they take famous fictional and real life characters and they have them rap battle. And if you don't know what a rap battle is, it's an insult fight set to rap battles. Now, we did this when I was a kid. We called it slit fights and doing the dozens, where you had insult fights with each other. Now, these guys research the heck out of their characters. If you've never seen it and you don't like rap music, I understand. But if you listen to the lyrics, they research the hell out of these people and learn about it. They did one 8 years ago where it was Bonnie and Clyde versus Romeo and Juliet, famous tragic couples, ripping on each other. But the research, the hidden stories they got to then turn around and make these poetic insults between the two groups, they knew things most people don't know. For example, that in Bonnie and Clyde, Bonnie was raped, or not Bonnie, Clyde was raped in prison and killed a guy. But he also, to escape being raped by that guy, took an axe and hacked his foot so he could be shipped to a hospital prison. But they found that reference, and then they really research it. Well, after they became famous with this channel, dozens of people around the internet started doing their own rap battles. But they didn't put the work in. They didn't put the research in. And it's just a bunch of people going, F you, F you, F you, F you. You know, you suck, your mom off. You know, there's no brains to it. It's just, we're rapping, we're rhyming, and there's no intelligence behind the story or the insult fight they're doing. They're still trying to do epic insults of history, but it's all very 13-year-old ignorant insults. Your mama's a hag, your daddy's, it's just no effort into doing it. Oh, that sounds cool, Chris. When you publish it, I'll be on there. And so, I'm sure some people watch and say, I could have done what you've done. And that's where my ego comes in and says, oh, wait a minute here. Let me tell you, when I wrote this script, there was work. There was a process. There are callback jokes, and I set something up in scene 2 that played out in scene 9 and then scene 13. It wasn't just how many fart jokes could I throw in. There was a process. Now, before I wrote scene 18, the finale here, I hadn't fully decided who was going to die. That was up for grabs. But, for example, early on, Joyce wanted me to make Dan D turn good. Because she loves Adam Ant. She wanted me to make Dan D turn out to be a good guy. And I left some potential plot lines where he could have. Because even into the last 4 episodes, I was pretty sure I was going to keep him bad. But I had left it open without it being bad. I had left it open that Dan D could turn good. In fact, very early on, Joyce wanted him like he was one of Matt's secret agent friends in disguise, or he was a secret agent from England, blah, blah, blah. But I decided early on that the way he cold-bloodedly kills Jimmy Crack Corn, the way he kills Jimmy Crack Corn, he can't be a good guy. He's wanted in England and he's got the death sentence in England. He can't be a good guy. Hey, Hardcore, how are you? So that was the big thing I was talking about. And then I talk about that 90-degree turn of comedy. A lot of humor, especially today, is what I call 180 comedy. It's take a situation and turn it 180 degrees. And it's nothing new, and that's where I was talking about Inspector Clouseau from the Pink Panther movies. He's a 180 character. I call them 180 characters. In other words, you take the archetype, what a policeman, a detective, a top detective in the Sûreté should be, and then you turn him into a complete bubbling idiot where there's no way he could have gotten a police degree. There's no way he could have risen to detective. And we call that a 180 character, a character who's the exact opposite of the type of character he's playing. So I didn't want my characters to all be 180s. I wanted them to be the archetype twisted a bit. So we have stories of sheriffs that are cowards, but they're always cowards trying to be brave, pretend they're brave. So instead of the cowardly sheriff who's, doing that, or the sheriff who finds his courage at the end, which Sheriff Dannon did, how about a sheriff that's a coward, but freely admits it to everyone? That's a character you don't usually see in westerns or shows like this. The guy who's a coward. Now, I didn't invent that type of character. It's in shows all the time. Monty Python. Are you a pacifist? No, sir, I'm a coward. Go over there and sit down. So if I was influenced by anything, I wasn't thinking that Monty Python skit when I wrote the character. But again, I didn't create anything, but it's a rare type of character. I'm an officer of the law. And it's and clearly there's running jokes and gags. Again, like Donna Lott, as I was explaining in that video, Donna Lott, when I first brought her in, there was going to be one big scene with her, and that would have been the night before the Black Mamba comes to town. Otherwise, she was just there to be a running joke, the Donna Lott jokes. I'm just Donna Lott. You look like you have. She's just Donna Lott. She looks like she has. But in the end, I can't leave a character that two-dimensional where they're just the butt of a joke. And quickly, she became a different character. And a lot of stuff I was going to have Dan D do, she did. She kind of took over. But she's one of my favorite characters. You could tell who my favorite characters were because by the end, they had the best scenes. And I know I'm rambling about this, but I figured that's what my show would be about today because I do have to get off a bit early because we have to run to a place by 6 o'clock. So I figured I'd end this no later than 5:30. But the Smokey bit, that was one of my favorite bits. And that was set up from day one. The minute I introduced Smokey and his first rant, that scene where they tell him everything he wants to know, that scene was written. All those Smokey rants and all those Smokey jokes led to that bit. And the best part of that joke is you don't know what they said to him. All you have is, the mayor says, "Now there, Smokey." I gotta take a man, get it. I'll keep a picture. There, Smokey. We've told you everything for the last hour while we've been walking. You have any more questions? And Smokey's just, and that would have been a great visual to get the sad, shocked, horror face on Smokey. That was as much a visual joke as a vocal joke, and I really tried to pour it in there. No, Mayor. I want to go home to my mommy and daddy now. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. He got what he wanted. In fact, the only thing that was new to that scene was Smokey. I knew he was going to hold him hostage. That scene was written. When Colin and people in episode 6 are like, God, don't have Smokey be the hero at the end. Well, he kind of was. And I'm like, well, you'll just have to wait till the end and find out. But having Smokey, quote, be the hero at the end. But, and I knew he was going to hold him hostage. He was like, Smokey, you got to free us. No, first you're going to answer my questions. But I did think of a joke when I was writing that scene 2 weeks ago that I threw in. Where Dan D says the line Dan D says 4 times in the first 5 scenes. Smokey, we need to. And one of my favorite Smokey bits is Dan D starts, Smokey, we need to. And Smokey cuts him off. If you say we need to have a talk one more time, I'm going to let you blow up. I love that. I read that line to Joyce with the whole scene. She was in hysterics. I was giggling, laughing about it. I love that scene. Was that the yellow ones? Hardcore? Hardcore. You're talking the new cars. That was the yellowish ones that you were showing on the video yesterday, right? That were going. I don't know my Thomas the Tank Engine locomotives, so I saw the yellow locomotive, and then you had all the yellow cars. So is that Ewan was here earlier? He's back now. I'm just here babbling to myself apparently. And Leslie's been putting up great videos, of course. But so yeah, it was that little bit with Smokey was hilarious to me. I don't know how you guys felt about it. I saw a couple of you react to his trembling, I want to go home now. But I love the bit where he cuts Diesel Dan off. Smokey, if you say we need to have a talk one more time, I'm going to let you blow up. You'll blow up with us. No, I won't. I'll hop off the train. You know, that was just, I love that bit. No, okay, Ewan. I mean, no apologies, man. I usually think it's my fault. I miss somebody saying I got to leave for a bit, and because I'm yakking and I miss. I'm trying to pay attention to the chat, and but yeah, I'm babbling a lot today because this has been sort of a major. The floodgates in my brain are open right now. Now that it's over, I just, I'm the director. You've had the final premiere, and it's like, what'd you think? That was the longest 20 minutes in a long time. I'm trying to think the last time where 20 minutes felt that long. And this has been a crazy week for me. This has already been a crazy week. My week started off on Monday when one of my students, and I wasn't notified and the school wasn't notified, had a health condition where she passes out. And she had raised her hand, and I assume she's asking to go to the bathroom, and I'm like, hey, let me finish what I'm talking about, blah, blah, blah. Hang on. And I finished my thought, went over and was going to grab my pad to write her a pass to the bathroom. And as I'm at my desk, she stood up real fast, grabbed her stuff, and ran out. Now, she had been told that when she feels this coming on, she's supposed to just lay down on the floor. Now, again, I had no warning. Well, she got up, ran out my door, and immediately went black, face first, crash on the hard hallway floor. Busted her head up, out cold. The first person on the scene after me is like, I'm not getting a pulse. I'm standing behind freaking out because I did the first check and thought I felt a pulse until security and the nurse and everybody got there. So I'm standing there, and she was there for 40 minutes outside my hallway with EMTs and police and everybody there. And I'm like, I just killed one of my students. That's how my week started. Now, again, I'm off the hook. I did everything properly according to procedure, and it wasn't my fault. She had been diagnosed, and nobody had been notified with this. Her parents never notified the school. I, as a teacher, was never notified that this has been diagnosed for 2-3 weeks now. And she just got up and ran away, which is not what she's supposed to do, but apparently she panicked. She's supposed to lay down, and apparently she thought she'd run to the nurse and then lay down. So that's how my week started. One of my students face planting on the hard cement floor outside my classroom. And I'm sitting there while they're treating her, thinking I've killed one of my students because I didn't know this information until afterwards. I'm like, oh my God, she obviously had an emergency. She just raised her hand, and I said, wait. And, I didn't see any panic in her face or anything like that. And I went over to get a pass after, about a minute and a half of finishing my point I'm trying to make in the class on something, because I don't want to take a break. I want to finish the sentence, finish the thought, and then the kid can go to the bathroom. And so that was hell. And the rest of that day, I finished my classes, but oh my God, I was just a wreck. And then later that day, the principal and the assistant principal came to me and said, do you understand what happened? I'm like, no, it's my fault, and I'm apologizing for missing the signs. I saw no warning signs. I try to keep an eye on my kids. This is one of my kids. My students are my kids. They're my children. And I'm just freaking out, and they're like, no. We are not happy because we weren't notified of this. How could you have known when we didn't know? So that's how my week started. Now it got better from there, but it was an emotional, that's part of why I wasn't sleeping the night I put up that video the couple of nights ago. I was the brain was, and the only thing I could do to distract myself from the issues at work was focus on the Matt Clark stuff. And then I hit panic mode because, oh my God, it's this week. Will they like the final? So yeah, it was it was an absolute nightmare for a couple of days. And then the kid's back in class 2 days later. They got a big bump on their forehead, but they're fine. And I'm apologizing to the kid, and the kid's like, well, it wasn't your fault, Mr. Dodge. I ignored the instructions. I should have told you, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, good. But yeah. And then a colleague at work died over the weekend. Shockingly. So I had a colleague, not somebody I was close with, but knew, respected, and yeah, one of our colleagues dropped dead over the weekend. They were support. They weren't a teacher per se. They were an aide, an assistant, but they worked at our school, and yeah, they died. So yeah. Yeah, by the way, my train theme today was, except for the Railjet, all my German commuter trains that I got going. I did take my IC2 off because it would have just taken me too long to... I left the thing open, so they changed lanes and almost crashed. So I just took it off rather than try to fix everything. But, yeah, I know. You got to be careful apologizing because they'll take it as your fault. But again, we already told the parents they were at fault. We should have been notified, so I'm covered. I didn't apologize to the parent. I apologized to the student. So, yeah. So that was, yeah, it's, we've all had bad weeks, guys. I'm nothing new in this. It just was happening. So I have been major league uptight at work. And then on top of that, ending this series here, ending the serial and waiting for responses and doing the contest. And yeah, I was thrilled. We got 5 people to try the contest and we got a winner, and I'm thrilled with that. And my week, if that's a bad week for me, I'm still better off than a lot of people. I mean, there's people who've had a lot worse week than me. I had a colleague at work died. Somebody lost a mother, grandmother last weekend. I lost somebody I knew at work. Her family lost somebody much more important. Yeah, I know, Ed. I consider that too. I have enough in my head to understand that it's like a car accident. You could go out and say, I'm sorry, it's my fault. And then like, oh, okay, you admit it's your fault. Now I'm going to sue you. Right. Oh, yeah, we have to keep litigation. And trust me, as teachers, we are constantly, we got a large book we teachers have to be familiar with about do's and don'ts regarding what we say to avoid litigation and blah, blah, blah. But, but it's, the week has passed. Things are, all things worked out well. But again, if you see my sort of stoned frame of mind when that video I put up a couple of nights ago, yeah, that's because I was dealing with all that and I couldn't sleep, and I said, screw it. I came downstairs and I originally planned to do a video and edit it, and then I just said screw it and hit Well, Joseph, that is a very nice thing to hear. I consider all of you that show up every week, my friends. It would be cool to meet in person. Maybe I should do a StreamYards thing and we could get everybody up on the camera sometime. But whenever I watch Heath or some of the other people do it and all the tech problems, and considering I forgot, that was the sound issue. I was catching you guys all going, no sound, no sound. And it's like the first person who types it, I see it. I'm trying to sort it out. Why do I have no sound? And then I'm doing something like, no, it says my mic is on. But what I didn't do is you actually have to click on the mic. You have to click on the mic, and it said mic not attached. Well, it wasn't not attached that way. What happened is OBS had bumped it to a different microphone. So instead of being on this microphone, for some reason, OBS, and I blame the Windows update because Windows just updated last night, because I was on here last night recording some stuff and no problems. And then I did a Windows update when I shut my computer down last night. Hey, Kieran, boy, you are heavy. I'm sorry, you are late, dude. All right, no, Roy, congratulations. Again, thank you guys. I did this because of you. I thank you because I had a blast doing this show. And right now I'm in the fear of, oh my God, what do I do next week? Next week, I won't have a song, at least, well, I might, who knows. I don't have a cartoon. It's just going to be me and my trains, and I don't think that warrants anybody visiting. So, yeah, it was a blast to do, guys. If I'm talking about work or make it sound like I'm complaining, no, I had a blast doing it. It was time consuming. And showing the finale today was stressful for me emotionally just because it's the end, okay? When you put again, anybody who does a live stream, anybody who builds a layout, and then you show it to somebody, right? Let's just take this to you and me. We build layouts, and then we put it on camera and say, what do you think? Okay? Hey, what do you think of what I did here? What do you think of my locomotive? We put it out there if we're brave enough, and that sounds terrible, if we're brave enough. But it is a bravery to turn on a camera and say, here's what I got. Because you open yourself up to the idiots. You know, Heath was talking about the trolls that were coming in and exposing their private parts. You expose yourself for the guy to come in and say, you suck, you have no talent, you're not funny, your layout sucks, your train's ugly. And we could say, don't listen to it. But I guarantee you, the vast majority of us, we can see the 23 likes, but the 2 dislikes makes us wonder. And you can move on. You can say, all right, it's 2 dislikes, so what? But when you create something, your layout, your train consists, whatever you're showing, and you happen to make a video and put it out there, you want the feedback, right? We all say, I'm not interested in subscribers. But aren't we excited when we go up 10 in a week? If any one of you jumps 10 subscribers in a week, aren't you excited about that? Wow, I got 10 more. And so that's what, so, you know, and that's your creativity. You are building something, you're putting it out there. And guys like Everard Junction, who I think is just awesome, he gets haters. Luke Towan with 1 million subscribers gets haters. Kathy Millette gets haters. And they're great at what they do. So, you know, anybody who puts it out there, we do want the feedback. We do want and that's why I try on all your channels. And by the way, people, I don't know how you check, but if I'm not subscribed to your channel, would you let me know? Because I always think I'm subscribed to all the people who show up. Hey, Boulder Creek. You know, and I've talked about it for 3 weeks 3 live streams in a row. But one of the greatest moments I've had in the almost 3 years I've been online, 2.5 years I've been online now, doing my YouTube channel. I've had a YouTube channel for 10 years, but I didn't start posting anything until November of 2018. So it'll be 3 years this November. All the great shout outs. When Triss from Double O'Neill gave me a shout out last year, and I jumped up 20 subscribers. That was awesome. When some channels gave me a couple of shout outs, that was awesome. But being interviewed by Chris, Hales Heritage Railway, that was one of the great moments I had. When a channel pulled me up, or when I've done something, or I type a joke in a line and somebody laughs. Those are great moments. But the greatest moment I've had in 2.5 years, besides the weekly hanging out with people, but seriously, one of the things that really hit me hard in a good way was that bit with Alan, Dragon Junction. I haven't seen him online in almost 2 weeks. But when Alan at Dragon Junction talked about the cartoon series and was laughing so hard he couldn't talk about it, that was the greatest feeling. I turn it on to watch Alan's latest bit, and he says, "Oh, one other thing. Anthony Dodge over the model train outsider." And I'm like, he's giving me a shout out. And he starts giggling. He's been doing this serial and he starts giggling and giggling and giggling. And if you know Alan, you know the giggles and how awesome they are. He's one of the few people, if he starts giggling, I start giggling. So I'm giggling, I don't know what he's about to say. And then he talks about the cartoon show, and specifically one scene, but hey, you gotta go see it. That was like, wow. That was... Hey, Somerset Andy, how are you? But that was one of, if not the greatest moment, was because that's the first time I actually heard somebody giggling at my creation. I know you guys all type laugh out loud, but it's black and white print. You don't hear it. When I'm watching it and I'm watching the comment line, I turn the mic off usually. That's what I did wrong. When I started it the first time, I deleted the sound mic for the video and not I hit the wrong shut off. So you guys heard me talking like this is going to be the longest 20 minutes of my life. Blah, blah, blah. But when I'm reading this and there's no typing going on, is that because you're all into it or you're bored? And so a couple of LOLs go, and I'm like, okay. Where was it? And so even if you type LOL, I don't hear it. And comedy, you want to hear it. You want to hear the crowd laughing. You want to hear, comedy more than any other genre. Even dramatic, you want to hear the applause, sure. But comedy, you need to hear the laughing. And my ego wants to hear the laughing. It's great. People say awesome cartoon or whatever. And again, but are people just being polite? And again, I'm not looking for compliments. I'm just saying that's the thought process you go through. And it's kind of the same reason I didn't really pursue stand-up comedy. There's a couple of reasons I didn't follow up trying to be a stand-up comedian. One was I really didn't want to go into comedy because I wanted to be a serious writer, and you can't be a comedian and write serious, deep, philosophical poetry. But at the same time, there's nothing worse in the world, and we've all been there, to tell a joke and nobody laughs. You think it's hilarious and nobody laughs. And to tell jokes, to do something you think is funny and nobody laughs, it doesn't go anywhere. And to me, I'm easily amused. That's why, I like channels. My favorite channels are the people who just like to run their trains, whether they got the fanciest layout in the world or a loop on their table. If you're running the trains and just having a good time with that, and you're like, check out my new train, check out my new cars. I don't care what track they're running on. I don't care what buildings you've got there. I enjoy you enjoying your trains. I'm empathic that way. I enjoy you guys watching trains. Hey, Randall, there you are. And I did have, Randall sparked it, but at the time Randall sparked it, Alan at Dragon Junction had just done his murder series. And so when I started Matt Clark, he came on and said, he was teasing me, he said, so my murder mystery inspired you a bit. And I was like, well, in a way, yeah. Because I loved how you created the story and did a little bit each live stream or video you put up, and it was great. And so that was kind of in the back of my mind when I started the Matt Clark. I didn't want to imitate Alan or do what Alan did, but I liked what he did and thought, why not? I could do it too. Eddie Murphy and Nick Nolte, 48 Hours. 48 Hours is one of the best violent comedies ever. I love 48 Hours. I love 48 Hours. Awesome. So, doing the show, if Randall hadn't provoked it, and then you guys all joking about Hawaii Five-0 and stuff, and then me throwing out my jokes and somebody responded to my joke, that seed would have never been planted. So you're all a part of this. Maybe the next serial I'll throw you all in as characters. And maybe ask you, hey, send me an email and tell me what kind of character you want to be. How would you like to be portrayed? Because, one of the last thoughts I'll go, I wanted to talk about this. I talked about it in my video, but I want to say it here because it is a fear I have. And again, there are jokes and there's humor, but I never want my humor to be derogatory towards a group of people. I did not want to make fun of Native Americans and make racial stereotype jokes. A lot of comedians will do that. They'll make a joke about a Native American and then they'll talk about casinos, and haha, I made a joke, Indians, casinos. Yeah, we stole the land from the Indians, but now they're stealing our money at the casinos, haha. And I find those jokes, all right, I'm politically correct, I'm sorry. I find those jokes offensive because you're attacking a group of people that got oppressed and murdered and blah, blah, blah for years. And then you're making a joke because they open casinos and make some money now. Okay, I know I'm probably offending a couple of you there, but it's how I feel. I had the Nancy Boys, all right? Most of you know, if you're old enough, Nancy Boys was a slang term for a either an effeminate man or an effeminate gay man. So just effeminate man, gay or straight. But it tended to imply gay. And my characters are Nancy, and they're not the Nancy Boys because she's the lead singer and everybody calls her Nancy because their last name is Nancy. They could have been the Nancy brothers. But yes, I did Nancy Boys to play on, but yet if you watch, there's no gay jokes, there's no insult to homosexuality in there. I didn't go for the cheap gay joke because I have gay friends and I know they would have found such jokes kind of offensive, even though they tell me worse jokes than anybody about gays. The worst gay jokes are told to me by my gay friends. But they're allowed to, they're gay. So I didn't want to make any gay reference. I made virginal references. What'd you guys think of, by the way, of Sheriff Buckham Dannon? Did you catch that Sheriff Buckham Dannon and Madame Lot are kind of hooking up at the end? Did you catch that with those two? That there's a little bit of a relationship budding there? And the same thing, the Black Mamba. I was very worried that colleagues at work who are black would see the Black Mamba jokes and be a little offended by it, and that's a racist joke. And I don't think it is, but I'm not the one who calls it racist. You know, a lot of racists don't think they're being racist. That is a great question, Andy, and the answer is, I do consider it a value. Now, I go back to Tim Wells saved my sanity when he started his daily live feeds when I was off work and sitting around the house because we couldn't go out at the beginning and the height of the massive COVID reaction back in April and May, where I should have been at work and I'm sitting at home. I'm filming because we weren't even teaching our kids. We had just closed the school system down. We were not doing online teaching. We just ended the school year 2 months early. And then we had to provide packets of work for students to do, and then we would pick it up every 2 weeks and grade it, but there was no online teaching. There was no teaching. So Tim Wells became my reach for society. So yeah, if people feel that the Matt Clark humor and silliness was valuable to them, I'm honored. If you guys come in and laugh at this and look forward to the episodes, then I'm honored. I can't tell you how good it feels, but I can tell you, as much as you enjoy the cartoon, I enjoy having you people come in here each day more. I enjoy that cartoon. But the fact that you guys come and hang for a couple hours on Friday is the greatest gift. And my schedule is now back to normal. So this is where I'm at. So I'm not going to lose any more contact. Some of you are going to go back to work and I'm not going to see you as much. Well, Ewan, there's a truth to that. And it's a double-edged sword. Are people too sensitive today? I don't know. But you can make jokes that aren't directly derogatory about people, and then you can make jokes that are insensitive and specifically cruel. And it's easy, again, I'm going to be political without being political. But as a white man, it's easy for me to say black people shouldn't be so offended. But then my people weren't kept slaves for 400 years, okay? Where we were mocked and called the N-word and did all this stuff, okay? And then society spent another 200 years trying to keep us from participating fully in society and refused to give us the jobs and refused to hire us, and then says, you all live in poverty, you blah, blah, blah. So can you make a joke about race where it's not insulting the race? Well, yes, but you got to show that you're not attacking the race, and that's what I was talking about in my video. The situation becomes the funny part. Okay? The situation becomes the funny part. It shouldn't matter whether any of my characters are gay or straight, and I shouldn't have a gay character just so I can make a couple of gay jokes. That's what I was talking about with Mel Brooks. Mel Brooks did a lot of funny jokes and gay jokes in all his movies. But by the time he got to History of the World, they were just cheap, insensitive laughs. And they stopped being funny to me. Now, Graham Chapman from Monty Python was gay. And he did all kinds, and Monty Python did all kinds of gay jokes. And there were times Graham Chapman said, that joke crosses the line, and other jokes are in. So yeah, you can do a gay joke, you can do a racial joke, but people got to know, where is that coming from? How is that coming in? Is it coming from you mocking those people? Or are you saying, here's a situation and this happens to be funny? For example, a gay joke that wouldn't be offensive is a gay man finds himself in a brothel and all the women are hitting on him, and he's like, no, you're not my thing. That's not insulting to the gay person. The situation's funny because it's a brothel and you think male sexuality, and this guy's not into men. I mean, we did have a gay joke, besides the pun on Nancy boys. We had a gay joke, if you want to call it that. When the sheriff goes to see Madame Lot, or no, they're talking at the bar before the sheriff gets mad. She says, oh, you know, you've never come and visited the ladies. You've never done that. And he's like, well, she says, well, is there a Mrs. Lot? And he's like, no, I've never found, never found the time, And she says, oh, well, we have other things at the brothel if you prefer to ride your saddle a different way. Now that's a gay joke. She's basically saying, are you gay? We got you covered. But she wasn't mocking his gayness. It's a gay joke. But she's just politely asking, are you gay? We got you covered. That's the joke. It's not, haha, you're gay. It's, hey, she's accepting it. Hey, by the way, if you're gay, we got that covered too. So it's a, quote, gay joke, but it's not derogatory towards gay. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Okay, I will check that out because it's 5:30. I have to, actually have to end the stream because we have to get to, we have to buy flowers for the garden now. It's time to plant flowers. And she's going to have a busy day tomorrow, and the flower shop closes at 7. It's 5:30 now, so I have to get out there and get shopping. So, Split Rock just came in. Hi, Split Rock. Missed you there. We really enjoyed filming trains today in the Freightliner. Yeah, and I enjoy a lot of your train fanning videos, and I do watch them. I do fast forward at times through them, watching the bar across to see, what train. I do fast forward through the rail fanning videos because sometimes I get home and there's 15 videos up, and I want to watch them all. And if somebody's building or working on something, I try to watch the whole thing. If it's rail fanning, I might fast forward a couple of minutes. I hope you guys don't take offense to that. But anyhow, yeah, there's always next week to talk about it. I will post, but please, I'm begging you guys, when I post either on the comment section of this video or when I post the finale of Matt Clark, leave comments. Let me know. Really let me know what you thought of the whole series and everything else. But otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and do a sudden cutoff because Joyce really wants to go get flowers, and we got to do something for dinner as well. So again, I just want to thank everybody. It's all a bunch of horse poop. Oops. Let me know if you'd be interested in these shirts. Maybe I'll start a Teespring account. My daughter designed these. If you came in later, go back. She made a onesie for my grandson who was on the stream earlier. That is just awesome with the aw shucks. And then Joyce had her own t-shirt that says, it's Lil Damn It. So my daughter went whole hog, and she's got more ideas. And so maybe I'll set up a Teespring shop. It won't be as cool as Blame Heath, but hey, it's all a bunch of horse poop. It's all a bunch of horse poop. But yeah, when I post it, just please drop in a comment. Not because I'm trying to get, just because I really would like feedback. And on that note, I'm going to say, Auf Wiedersehen and choos. I appreciate all you people coming every Saturday. Next week may just be a boring little stream.